So it's around noon when Candace finally passes out of her apartment with her friend from out of town. The friend hails from Broad Street, Philadelphia. I dozed off, so I jumped up when I heard the door slamming with a loud thump. Startled, I looked out of the window to see Reject talking to the two new girls. He was moving his hands excitedly. I wish I had a tape recorder to slip into his back pocket just to get a glimpse of what lies beneath that deep, satirical soul, his eyes, that never-ending smile. He's looking up at the window and pointing at me, and the two girls start laughing hysterically as I'm peering down at them. Embarrassed and hurt, I feel mocked inside and go back to grab another Sweetwater. I turn up the radio. It's a small black boombox with a mixtape from Boston of some local street kids rapping hungrily. So now, Mrs. Rivers, the little old Caucasian lady next door, begins banging on the wall, furious at this racket. This racket of guns, murder, women, and drugs. I halfway agree with her. There's too much gloom and doom in their lyrics. That's not what I need to hear right now. So I turn the music down out of respect for the old and the weary. I sit back down, glancing at a stack of used DVDs. We've been collecting documentaries from yard sales, the library, and old bookstores, and we've been watching them for weeks now. Of all the bullcrap in the world, we watch these biopics about the whole things of the world. The worst of them all are about the cultural wars in Central Africa, where even babies are left lifeless, victims in a forest or a desert, barely clinging to life, crying as an aid worker or a cameraman, from the safety of European visas, picks up a poor crying savage child, takes a picture of him for the National Geographic, no doubt, or the New York Times, and gently places him back down so the child can clutch his decapitated mother. That was a real scene from the Devil is Real series that we stole from the Fulton County Library. We talked about that one scene for days. In fact, Reject, as unsympathetic and uncaring as he seems, went into a mild rage at this single act of cruelty, and swore that the universe should pay for such heinous acts towards a mere savage child. I can hear Reject and the new girls walking up the stairs now, still laughing at me, I suppose. It's still just around noontime. They burst in. The girls would like to take a swim with us, they say. Would you mind taking them to the pool with me? Oh, and sorry for the infamous nobody right here. This is him, ladies. Hi, I say. I don't have time for the pool, remembering that I was just the subject of their jokes. I'm always embarrassed at telling people that my name is Nobody, although that's not my real name, and that I'm a fake and a poet with a guitar, and that I don't really sing any more than the man on the moon. Reject always makes it feel more or less awkward. I'm wearing a colorful scarf, a pair of black nondescript frames that I got as a gift, a t-shirt of Jimi Hendrix, a pair of two tight jeans, black Chuck Taylors, a bucket hat, and I've never felt more out of place than this moment, standing in a room with Reject grinning from ear to ear, offering drinks to two girls he just met, standing there half dressed in his father's old robe, appearing as cool as the wind. The girls are thirsty, so we're allowing them to drink with us. You don't mind, do you? Of course I don't mind, but what about this is Margaret right here, he says. Hi, Margaret. Hey. I self-consciously consider my lip. I want to bring it up first, talk about it, tell them what happened. I'm sure Reject has already mentioned it. Who knows what he said? He's like that, probably made up his own story. I secretly hate him now. I can't help but notice how Margaret is dark chocolate, fine, and how Candace is yellow bone, gorgeous. I'm torn to pieces. I've got work to do for this enrapture of mine. These girls are at present driving my libido absolutely insane. Damn you, Reject. Girls, we're about to watch a documentary about the revival of the Bohemian movement in America. We're ending our discussion on the oddities of horticulture and the significance of artistic terrorism. Then pivoting to how the flowers just outside this here window are absolutely amazing when we saw you two angels appear to step clear out of heaven. We fought over who'd run down and invite you up. I was closest to the door, so we'll enjoy. Cheers to Margaret and Candy. The Slaw Dog has every game you can imagine up his sleeve, ready to toss it out in a moment's notice. We have several hours before we have to go downtown for the show, and I'm ready to go tell a few pieces of poetry before the day gets away from us. We sit around and speak about nothing, small talk for a short while about our plans for the night, black witches, music, When out of the deep, light blue spirit of day, Reject suggests we go to the strip club around the corner.